Hello everyone, my name is Ryson and welcome to Rysfix. And in this video I will show you if you have any of the KTM bikes. Then after few years, the speedometer of these bikes gets worn out like this. Now if you go in the showroom, then they will tell you guys to replace the entire speedometer. But in this video I will show you such a hack that which if you follow, you can fix this for very cheap. So it is going to be a very interesting video guys. So see that you like the video now only. And if you are coming on this channel for the first time, see that you subscribe. So come on, let's start the video. Now before you start to fix this, you will have to take out some parts. You will have to take out your front fairing. You will also have to take out both side panels. Now I have already made video on both of this, so you don't have to worry at all. I will put a link of the entire playlist in the end screens. You can later go there and watch all those videos. So once you are done taking out the front fairing and the two side panels, if you go just below the speedometer and see inside, then you will notice that there is a bolt here which you will have to take out. Now I have seen many videos on the internet guys showing how to replace this panel, but nobody shows how to take out this bolt. Everybody skip on this part when it comes to taking out this bolt. That is the reason why the amount of detail you get in Rysfix videos, you will not get them anywhere else. So if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then you are making a huge mistake. So come on, now let's take out this entire assembly and we'll see in a relaxing manner how to replace the front panel of this speedometer. So the first thing that you'll have to do is, you will notice two clip locks here. Press in the middle and push them inside, and once you push that inside, these clip locks, if you pull them out, they will come out easily like this. So keep them in a safe place. Once you take out both these clip locks, you will have to go under the headlight and you will see there is another bolt under the headlight. You will have to take this bolt out completely now. This is an Allen key bolt and it will look something like this, like how all the other bolts look on KTM. And once you take that bolt out, your two plastic panels will come out easily like this. Now under these panels, there will be rubber packings like this. So keep them in a safe place, and when you are putting it back, if your bike has a vibration in the fairing, then you can use these packings to take out the vibration. So once you take out these plastic panels, if you come below here, you will see that there is a bolt here. You will have to take this bolt out completely now. Now most of these bolts, you will have to use a 4 number Allen key here guys, as you guys can see. Now on this assembly, there are two more bolts on the inside here. These two bolts you will have to loosen now. Now this entire headlight assembly is fixed on the chassis with these 3 bolts. So you will have to take all these 3 bolts out from here completely now. And the bolts which you have loosened, you can even take them out completely now. Now you will have to come on the other side, and on this side also, all the bolts which you had taken out from the other side. In the same way, you will have to take all the bolts out from this side now. Once you take out all these bolts out, your front headlight assembly will be separated from the chassis. But it will still not fall guys. Why, that I will show you further in this video. Now if you come close here and if you see these 3 bolts, and if you take both sides bolts, then there are total 6 bolts. Once you take out all these 6 bolts, your headlight assembly will be separated from the chassis. Once you take out these 6 bolts, you will have to come down here and you will notice here that there are 3 plugs connected. You will have to disconnect all these 3 plugs now. Once you disconnect these plugs, you will have to take a 10 mm socket and you will have to take out a bolt from here. Once you take out this bolt, this cover will come out. You will have to keep this cover on the side and in a safe place. And if you see on the back side of the cover, then from inside, one spacer goes inside of this bolt like this. So see that you don't lose this spacer. After taking out the cover, you will notice that there is one more bolt here. So take this bolt out completely now and put the transformer on the side. Now behind the transformer, you will notice that there is a grounding wire connected, as you guys can see. So when you are putting all these things back, see that you remember to connect the grounding wire. Once you keep this part on the side, from underneath this part, your headlight assembly wire harness go. This wire harness you will have to pull out now. Once you take it out, now you can pull the headlight assembly and separate it totally from the bike. So here my headlight assembly is now totally separated from the bike. And now I can work on this assembly very nicely. And now I can nicely replace the speedometer panel as well. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the main bolt which holds the speedometer. Now to take this bolt out, you will need a very long Allen key guys. Now here I'm using my cordless drill extensions and I have connected 2 extensions and I have made a long extension here. As you guys can see, even this, when I tried to put it inside, it was falling short guys. As you guys can see, I tried a lot, but if you look inside of this hole, you can see how far the bolt is. So the next thing that I did was I had two 4 number Allen keys. Now one Allen key I straightened by doing this hack. And once I straightened that, the next thing what I did is I connected both these Allen keys, and that too by welding them together. Now it took me a lot of time to do this thing, guys, but to show you guys I do all these things and I love doing it. But even when I did all these things, my Allen key became nice and long, and it even touched the bolt inside. But when I rotated the Allen key, both the Allen keys which I had joined together by welding, they were not very good quality Allen keys. So they got twisted and both my Allen keys got spoiled. Then finally, guys, I had to buy a new Allen key and a long Allen key. Now to buy this I had to drive 15 kilometers. That is the reason why I was trying to use some hack to take this bolt out, but it did not work and I had to go 15 kilometers far to buy this Allen key. I went on a best tool shop and I bought a best quality Allen key, which cost me only about 50 rupees. And with this Allen key, my bolt came out very easily. I will show you guys how this bolt look like. As you guys can see, it is a normal 4-number Allen key bolt. It is not that long bolt also, guys. So once you take that bolt out, your speedometer, you will have to wiggle a little bit and it will come out like this. This is still connected, guys. It is not disconnected yet. Here you will notice that there is a red plug which is not connected to anything. Now you will have to come on the back side of this speedometer, guys. And on the back side of the speedometer, you will notice 3 screws. Now take these 3 screws out. Now how these screws look like? So this is how they look like. Once you take out these 3 screws, your speedometer back panel will come out like this. Once you open this, again underneath your speedometer, you will notice more 5 screws. So here I have taken out 1 screw. These are slightly thinner screws, as you guys can see. So like this, you will have to take out all these 5 screws out. Once you take out all these 5 screws, now if you try to pull this front panel of your speedometer, it will open up like this. Now on this old speedometer panel, there are some things that you will need. So you will have to open it in a very cautious manner. As you guys can see, these are the buttons. There will be 3 buttons like this. These buttons you will have to put on your new cover now. You can't throw these things out. You will have to take it out from this panel and keep it in a safe place. Once you take out the buttons, if you by mistake touch this screen, then take a dry clean cloth and slightly wipe the screen. If you have not touched this screen, then see that you don't go to wipe it and don't go to touch it as well. Then you will have to take out the rubber from your old panel like this. Once you take out this rubber, keep it in a safe place. The next thing that you will have to take out from your old panel is this plate on which all those indicators are drawn. Once you take that out, also keep it in a safe place, because now I am going to open my new panel. Now this is my new panel and I have purchased it on Amazon. I will put a link of this in the description. You can go there and buy this panel from that link. It comes with a screen guard and it also comes with a keychain. And if you purchase this panel from the link that I have given you, then I will get a small percentage on it. You might even get this in the offline market, but it is slightly expensive in the offline market. But on Amazon, I got it for slightly cheap. I paid around 999 rupees for this panel. So my suggestion is the screen guard which has come with this panel, see that you put it first only, because once you put this panel on the speedometer and once you install the headlight assembly back on the bike, it becomes difficult to stick the screen guard. I did this mistake, guys. I installed the screen guard after I installed the speedometer, so it was slightly difficult to put it. How I stick it, I will make a separate video on that, because this video is already getting too long. So if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then see that you subscribe and press that bell icon so that you will not miss any of my future videos. So this rubber which you had taken out from the old panel, now you will have to put it back, but you should not put it back on the new panel. Instead, you will have to put it on the speedometer itself like this, because on the speedometer there is a groove for this rubber to fit in. So you will have to fit in this rubber inside of that groove. See that there is no gap between both the rubbers. So you will have to adjust the rubber accordingly, like how I am doing here. Once you put this rubber in position, the next thing that you will have to do is, you should have the 3 buttons from the old speedometer panel. So these are the 3 buttons. You should have kept it in a safe place. Now you will have to put these buttons on the speedometer like this. Once you put all these 3 buttons in position like this, the plate which you had taken out from the old panel, that plate you will have to keep like this on the speedometer first. So now my speedometer is ready, guys. The only thing which is left is put the new panel on the speedometer. So get the new panel. Now on the inner side, if by mistake you touch the glass, then see that you wipe now only. Take a clean dry cloth and wipe it gently. So by now you should have already put the glass protector, otherwise you might easily scratch the glass. while putting it back. So put the panel on the speedometer now like this. Adjust it on all the sides properly. See that it goes inside properly. Also check if all the buttons are pressing properly. If all the buttons are pressing properly and if your cover is nicely fitted on the speedometer, the next thing that you will have to do is all the screws which you had taken out from the back side. Now it's time to put them back. Once you put back all these screws, one more thing that I would like to recommend here, and that is put a black insulation tape all around the speedometer like this. This is just for double protection, guys, so that water should not enter inside of your speedometer. So like this you should stay safe on your side. Once you put the tape all around, the next thing that you will have to do is the back cover which we had taken out from the speedometer, this one from which we had taken out 3 screws. This cover you should put back now, and the 3 screws which you had taken out, now it's time to put them back. Once you put back these 3 screws, the next thing that you will have to do is you will have to put the speedometer back on the assembly. Adjust it nicely, check if it goes inside properly, and check if the assembly is fitting nicely, because now you will have to put that bolt back which needs that long Allen key. So the first thing is put the speedometer in position properly. So here my speedometer is gone back in position. As you guys can see, like this it should go inside nicely. And once it goes inside nicely, now come back on the side. From this hole you will have to put that bolt which needs that long Allen key. So throw the bolt inside, then use the long Allen key and tighten this bolt. Now this is the main speedometer bolt, guys. Now all the other bolts which we had taken out from this assembly were just to stretch the assembly to take out this speedometer. So now it's time to put all those bolts back, guys. So put all those bolts back. One more thing you can do is before you put all those bolts back, see that you pass the wire harness from where you had taken it out and keep it in position. Now put back the 3 bolts which holds the headlight assembly. Once you put all those 6 bolts, get the wire harness from underneath the transformer and put the transformer in position. Once you put the transformer in position, first put 1 bolt of the transformer, and underneath this bolt, guys, if you guys remember, the grounding wire goes. So put the grounding wire back and then tighten this bolt completely. Once you tighten this bolt, the 3 plugs that you had disconnected, now it's time to connect them back. So see that you connect the right plug in the right slots. So I'm hoping that you guys remember which plug you had taken out from where. So now it's time to connect all those 3 plugs. Once you connect all these 3 plugs, on top of this transformer there was a plastic cover. Now it's time to put this cover back. So first put the bolt on the cover, and on the back side of the bolt the spacer goes. Put that spacer, then put the cover back and tighten the bolt. Once you tighten the bolt, this plug assembly goes on the chassis like this. It has a loop, so place it nicely. Now turn your key and start the speedometer and check if everything works fine. If everything is working fine, then you are done replacing your speedometer panel in just 999 rupees. Also check the operation of all the buttons. Now put back the front fairing and the side panels and you are done with today's job. So guys, I'm hoping that this video was useful to you. If you found this video useful, then see that you like and share with your friends and family. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then see that you subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon so that you will not miss any of my future videos. Till then, this is Rysfix signing out. Until we meet again.